The story of Gideon, Judges 6-7, the journey of a timid man called by God to defeat a massive army with just 300 men. He was the most unlikely of heroes. Hiding in a winter press, a timid farmer was trying to thresh his wheat secretly, so the enemy wouldn't see him. The nation of Israel was in a bad place. For 7 years, they had been oppressed by a powerful army, the Midianites, who were so vast they were described as locusts in number. What would it take to save them? It would take a hero so unlikely, you could only believe it was a miracle. Welcome back to Gospel Glimpse. Last time, we explored the incredible story of Deborah and Barak. Today, we're diving into another thrilling chapter from the book of Judges, a story that proves that God doesn't call the qualified. He qualifies the called. It's the story of a timid, fearful man who became one of Israel's greatest heroes. Get ready for the heroic and hilarious story of Gideon and his 300-man army. For 7 years, the Midianites had made life miserable for the Israelites. They would come with their camels and tents, bringing their vast armies, and they would steal all the crops and livestock. The Israelites were so afraid that they had to hide in caves and dens just to survive. They cried out to God for help, and God listened. An angel of the Lord appeared to a young man named Gideon, who was secretly threshing wheat in a winter press. So the Midianites wouldn't see him. The angel said, "The Lord is with you, mighty warrior." Gideon, who was probably shaking in his sandals, looked around and said, "If the Lord is with us, why has all this happened? Where are all his miracles that our ancestors told us about? He has abandoned us and given us into the hand of Midian." The angel looked at him and said, "Go in the strength you have and save Israel out of Midian's hand. Am I not sending you?" Gideon was a humble man, and he knew he wasn't a mighty warrior. He protested, "Pardon me, my lord, but how can I save Israel? My clan is the weakest in Manasseh, and I am the least in my family." But God, as always, had a different perspective. "I will be with you," he said, "and you will strike down the Midianites as if they were one man." Gideon, needing a sign, asked for a miracle. He prepared an offering of meat and bread, and when the angel touched it with the tip of his staff, fire shot out and consumed it all. This was a clear sign from God, and Gideon was now ready to lead. The first thing God commanded Gideon to do was to tear down his father's altar to Baal, the idol the family was worshipping, and to build an altar to God instead. Gideon, still a little afraid, did it at night. Once the altar was torn down, God commanded Gideon to gather an army. 32,000 men answered the call. It was a huge army, but the Midianites had over 135,000 soldiers. But God had a different plan. God looked at the army of 32,000 and said, "You have too many men. I don't want Israel to boast and say, 'My own strength has saved me.' Announce to the people, 'Anyone who trembles with fear may turn back and leave Mount Gilead.'" 22,000 men went home, leaving Gideon with only 10,000. God wasn't finished. "There are still too many men," he said. He told Gideon to bring them to the water. "Separate those who lap the water with their tongues like a dog from those who kneel down to drink." Only 300 men lapped the water with their hands to their mouths, staying alert. The rest knelt down to drink, letting their guard down. God looked at Gideon and said, "With the 300 men who lapped, I will save you and give the Midianites into your hands." 300 men against an army of 135,000. This was a battle that could only be won by God. It was a test of faith, a lesson in humility, and a testament to God's power. Gideon gave each of his 300 men a trumpet and a clay jar with a torch inside. He told them to surround the vast Midianite camp, and at his command, they were to blow the trumpets and smash the jars. That night, in the middle of the night, Gideon and his 300 men surrounded the camp. At Gideon's signal, they all blew their trumpets and smashed their jars. The loud noise, the sudden sight of 300 torches, and the shouts of the Israelites panicked the Midianite army. The Midianites, in their fear and confusion, began to attack each other. They killed their own soldiers and fled in terror. Gideon and his small army of 300 men had defeated a massive, overwhelming army. It was a victory so great, So miraculous that everyone knew it was God who had won the battle, not Gideon. The story of Gideon is a powerful reminder that God doesn't need our strength, He just needs our faith. It shows us that God can use the most unlikely people to accomplish the most incredible things. He turned a timid farmer into a courageous hero and defeated an army with just 300 men. What do you think is the most inspiring part of this story? Gideon's transformation, the way God trimmed his army, or the miraculous way the battle was won? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Our journey through the Bible is far from over. Next time, we'll dive into another thrilling story from the book of Judges as we meet the strong man Samson and the secret to his strength. Don't miss the next thrilling chapter of the Bible, and make sure to like this video, share it with someone who needs a reminder that God can use them. And subscribe to Gospel Glimpse for more captivating Bible narratives. Follow us on our social media. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more amazing Bible stories. We'll see you in our next video.